This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
The time 8:45 p.m. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Here's the news edited by Lal Malavarachi and read by Tilani Piris. The Foreign Minister is confident of Sri Lanka winning support of more countries at the UNHRC sessions. Minister Sarath Weerasekara says that measures have been taken to identify and arrest the leading members of extremist organizations in Sri Lanka. The JVP is to lodge a complaint at the Supreme Court against the sugar scam. The GC Ordinary Level Examination paper markings will commence on the 27th of this month. The Polgolla Dam sluice gates are to be opened today. And on international news, Bangladesh records 1,051 new COVID-19 cases and 6 more deaths. Foreign Relations Minister Dinesh Gunawardene expressed confidence that Sri Lanka will be able to win the support of many more countries at the ongoing United Nations Human Rights Council sessions as the tide is turning in our favour. More and more countries are now supportive of Sri Lanka, he asserted. He added that Sri Lanka is not isolated because many nations have realised the truth behind the allegations levelled against Sri Lanka. He told the media that the government has nothing to hide. He said that 21 countries have so far spoken on behalf of Sri Lanka at the sessions. There are 193 independent member countries in the UN, and of them 47 member states are in the Human Rights Council in Geneva. The Minister of Public Security Sarath Weerasekara says that measures have been taken to identify and arrest the leading members of extremist organizations that are active in Sri Lanka. TID and the intelligence units have worked hard in this regard. The government has already banned several extremist organizations, including One Ummah, Mujahideen Allah, Hizbut Tahrir and Super Muslim. The minister further said that people should not go against religions, but they should condemn the religion-based extremism. He said that steps are to be taken to ban 11 organizations based in Sri Lanka linked to the Easter Sunday attacks. The minister also said that steps are being taken to strengthen national security in Sri Lanka. The JVP says that the party will lodge a complaint at the Supreme Court against the sugar scam allegedly on the hands of the present government. The scam has incurred a loss of 15.9 billion rupees to the state in tax revenue as per the findings of the Committee on Public Accounts. Former parliamentarian Politburo member of the JVP says that fundamental rights of the people have been violated due to this racket. Therefore, they will lodge this complaint tomorrow on behalf of the rights of the people. All sluice gates of the Polgolla Dam will be opened at 10 p.m. today till 6 a.m. tomorrow, said the Mahaweli Authority of Sri Lanka. The Mahaweli Authority of Sri Lanka further said that the spill gates will be opened to empty the entire reservoir for annual research operations. The people who reside downstream are requested to be vigilant in this regard. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
Get a home loan now with attractive interest rates only from People's Home Loan.
The Health Ministry confirms that another 158 persons have tested positive for the novel coronavirus in the country. This brings the total number of COVID-19 cases in the country thus far to 86,843. A total of 2,767 patients are currently under treatment for the virus at selected hospitals and treatment centres, while the total number of recoveries has increased to 83,561. The Samagi Jana Balawegya MP Ashok Abesinghe has left the Criminal Investigations Department after recording a 5-hour-long statement. He was summoned to the CID to record a statement with regard to his comments on the Easter Sunday terror attacks. Police media spokesman Senior DIG Ajit Rohana said that the parliamentarian has no sound sources to prove his allegations. MP Abesinghe recently alleged that President Gotabaya Rajapaksa and former Minister Basil Rajapaksa are linked to the bombings which claim the lives lives of more than 260 persons on the 21st of April in 2019. A group of parliamentarians from the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna subsequently filed a complaint with the CID against the comments made by MP Abhay Singha. That ends local news for now.
Pay the interest on your own home without paying rent for someone else's. Get a home loan now with attractive interest rates only from People's Home Loan. Enjoy the option of paying only the interest for the first 5 years.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Veda Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
The GC Ordinary Level Examination paper marking will commence on the 27th of this month. The O-Level exam, which commenced on the 1st of this month, concluded yesterday without any major incidents. Minister of Education, G.L. Peiris, commended all those who were involved in the O-Level examination process. He said over 622,000 students sat for this year's O-Level exam, with 62 COVID-19 infected students and 322 children directed to quarantine sitting for the papers at dedicated classrooms. Speaking to media in Colombo, Education Minister said the practical exams for aesthetic subjects will be held in the month of May. Minister Peiris said it will be given additional time for the students to prepare for the exam. That was the main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
And on Watchlight tonight, the government has decided to modernize the Sri Lanka police by changing the existing traditional methods. It has been decided to make the traffic handling process of the Sri Lanka police more efficient and productive by introducing modern methods in handling traffic. The Cabinet of Ministers granted their consent to the proposal made by Public Security Minister Riyadmila Sarath Weerasekara to appoint a steering committee to design a project to monitor and implement the overall modernization of the police. Prioritizing traffic and the Road Safety Division, co-cabinet spokesman, Plantations Minister Dr. Ramesh Patirana said. He said that the Sri Lanka Police is a leading body empowered to ensure the safety and security of the public and to maintain law and order. That came to you in Watchlight.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always. All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
World News headlines first. Bangladesh records 1,051 new COVID-19 cases and 6 more deaths. India sees worst COVID-19 increase since Christmas as Western state battles surge. Myanmar's military accuses Suu Kyi of taking $600,000 and gold. Bangladesh reported 1,051 new COVID-19 cases and 6 new deaths today, making the tally at 554,156 and the death toll to 8,502 according to the Directorate General of Health Services. The official data showed that 18,058 samples were tested over the last 24 hours across Bangladesh. The total number of recovered patients in the country stood at 507,920, including 1,307 new recoveries on Thursday, said the DGHS. According to the official data, the COVID-19 fatality rate in Bangladesh is now 1.53% and the current recovery rate is 91.66%. India reported its worst single-day increase in COVID-19 cases since late December on Thursday as the western state of Maharashtra battled a fresh wave of infections and imposed a lockdown in one of its most densely populated cities. A total of 22,854 new coronavirus cases were reported in the last 24 hours, the health ministry said. It was the highest daily rise since December 25th, according to a Reuters tally. Deaths rose by 126 to reach 158,129. Fatalities have been rising by a daily average of roughly 100 since early February. Myanmar's military rulers have accused the ousted leader Aung San Suu Kyi of illegally accepting $600,000 and gold. The allegation is the strongest yet leveled by the military since it overthrew Ms. Suu Kyi and the country's democratic leadership on 1st February. No evidence was provided for the charge. Meanwhile, rights groups Amnesty has accused the military of going on a killing spree. It said the military was using battlefield weapons on unarmed protesters and carrying out planned killings. Back to the world news headlines. Bangladesh records 1,051 new COVID-19 cases and 6 more deaths. India sees worst COVID-19 increase since Christmas as Western state battles surge. Myanmar's military accuses Suu Kyi of taking $600,000 and gold. That ends World News.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always. All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
Development News is brought to you by Nivea along with CIB from 1st to 15th March. Valuable gifts for every bill payment. Our products, our place. CIB.
And on development news, education reforms and open universities and distance learning promotion State Minister Susil Premajanta yesterday said that the program of setting up of 1,000 national schools will commence on April 26th. He added that priority will be given to 123 divisional secretaries in which a single national school is not in. He said that another 3,000 secondary schools is to be set up by 2023 and they would be focal schools in a cluster of other primary schools. All these 3,000 schools will be equipped with internet in collaboration with the SLT Telecom and Mobitel. That came to you on Development News.
Development News was brought to you by Nivea along with CIB from 1st to 15th March. Valuable gifts for every bill payment. Our products, our place. CIB.
Coming up, sports news. India climbed a spot to second in the latest ICC Men's T20 International Team rankings ahead of a 5-match series against top-placed England beginning on March 12th. England are 7 points ahead of India, who were third before the away series against Australia. Australia's 2-3 loss to New Zealand in a recent 5-game series pushed the side below India with just 1 point separating the two. That was sports news.
Contributory deposit of 1,000 rupees from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Service account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply.
Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money.
And on business news, the government of Japan has contributed 187 million Japanese yen for supporting the socio-economic reintegration of repatriated Sri Lankan migrant workers affected by the COVID-19 outbreak. Ambassador of Japan Akira Sugiyama and Sarat Dash, Chief of Mission IOM Sri Lanka, signed the exchange of notes yesterday at the ambassador's residence in Colombo. Nimasiripal De Silva, Minister of Labour, was also present at the ceremony. That came to you in business news.
Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money.
Contributory deposit of 1,000 rupees from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Service account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply.
Economic news, courtesy of...
Hello, Puta. Did you land already?
We're in transit and our flight got delayed.
How is Shani? Poor thing with her pregnancy.
Calm down. Everything is sorted. Why? I have my LOLC World Card with me. We're at the VIP lounge.
LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
The People's Bank of China has confirmed that a $1.5 billion equivalent swap arrangement has been approved. State Minister for Capital Markets and Money, Nivad Cabral, said. He said Sri Lanka could draw down the swap at any time, but it to be kept as a buffer. He said the thrust on improving non-debt inflows will be maintained. Cabral has proposed a plan to boost inflows made up of exports, foreign direct investments of up to $34 billion and contain outflows to $27.6 billion, leaving $4.4 billion for debt service. That was economic news.
Congratulations on your promotion. Heard you gave a treat for everyone in your department yesterday.
Yeah.
It will be our treat, huh?
Well, how about today?
Oh, no, I was just joking. We'll have a party with your new salary.
It's fine. I have my LOLC credit card with me. Let's go out today.
Those who spread goodness radiate happiness to everyone around them. Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
And to conclude the weather report, the Met Department says a few showers will occur in the eastern and Uva provinces and in the Nuwara, Matale, Polonnaruwa and Hambantota districts. Showers or thunder showers will occur at several places in the Sabaragamuwa, western and northwestern provinces and in Galle, Matara and Kandy districts. Fairly heavy falls, about 50 millimeters, can be expected at some places in these areas. Misty conditions can be expected at some places in the central, Sabaragamuwa, Uva and western provinces during the morning. That was the weather report. And now to end this news broadcast, the main points once again. The foreign minister is confident of Sri Lanka winning support of more countries at the UNHRC sessions. Minister Sarath Weerasekara says that measures have been taken to identify and arrest the leading members of extremist organizations in Sri Lanka. The JVP is to lodge a complaint at the Supreme Court against the sugar scam. The GC ordinary level examination paper marking will commence on the 27th of this month. The Polgolla Dam sluice gates to be opened today. And on international news, Bangladesh records 1,051 new COVID-19 cases and 6 more deaths. That ends this news broadcast. And now it's back to Soundi Thavam and Victor Raj on a Thursday night to give you your favorites on Family Choice. Back to you, Soundi, and of course, Victor Raj.